Royal couple Mike and Zara Tindall have been called Mr. and Mrs. Laid Back, but is being married to the Queen's granddaughter really that chill? Here's a peek at what makes the Tindalls tick. For a royal couple, Mike and Zara Tindall's first meeting wasn't really glamorous at all. In fact, they met in a pub. Mike and Zara both happened to be in Australia at the same time in 2003, and their paths crossed at a bar in Manly Wharf in Sydney. Mike revealed on an episode of I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, "I was at the Rugby World Cup. She was out watching. I got dropped from the semifinal. I was pissed off, and so I went for a beer with another guy who got dropped and a guy who was over in Sydney. They'd met her before, and they introduced us, and then got chatting. The rest, as they say, is history. The couple hit it off right away, and their romance blossomed soon after." In an interview with the Daily Mail, Mike revealed that Zara wasn't shy when it came to pursuing him. Once they were both back in the UK, they kept in touch via text, and Zara invited him to join her at the North Cotswold Ball. Mike seized the opportunity, and they continued spending time together and eventually made things official. Mike Tindall can remember the exact day he and Zara officially started dating. He told the Daily Mail, "I think it was April 27, 2004. That would be the official date we said we were going to go out with each other." He can still recall their first date in vivid detail. During an episode of I'm a Celebrity, Mike revealed that the two of them went out to lunch for their first date, saying, "It ended up being quite a boozy one. Then we figured out that we both quite like getting smashed. It was a good start." Once they officially started dating, Zara introduced Mike to her parents and Princess Royal and Mark Phillips. According to a 2008 interview with Brides, Mike gets along very well with Zara's family. Mike told the magazine, "Zara's mom is a legend and her father is lovely too. My mates in Wakefield are forever asking how I fit in among the royal family, but they are really down to earth." During an interview with the Sunday Telegraph, Mike admitted that meeting Queen Elizabeth II and the rest of the royal family was a nerve-wracking experience, adding that memorizing all the royal protocols wasn't exactly a walk in the park. He did, however, get used to it after a while, and now he fits right in.
The best thing about the royal family is that they're so lovely. They'll spot the people who are looking a little bit nervous and go straight over and take all that tension straight out of the room.
One of the things royal watchers love about Mike and Zara Tindall is that they're incredibly down to earth. From how they first met to the way Mike asked Zara to marry him, people can absolutely relate. When you're a royal, significant life events like getting engaged are a pretty big deal, but instead of arranging an exquisite dinner and a string quartet, Mike simply asked for Zara's hand in marriage in the comfort of their own home. There were no fancy dinners, music, or rose petals. Instead, Zara was watching television while Mike was pacing upstairs, trying to find the courage to ask the big question. Mike told the Daily Mail that he was going for the element of surprise. This is one of the reasons he didn't plan a big proposal. He told the outlet, "I wanted to catch her when it was quiet and she wasn't expecting anything. I walked in there and got down on one knee with the ring. She was on the sofa, so that made it easier. I said, 'Will you marry me?'" Mike revealed that Zara was so shocked by his sudden proposal that she started laughing, but her answer was, of course, yes. Royal weddings are usually big events, but Mike and Zara Tindall continue to do things differently by having a relatively small ceremony. The couple got married on July 30th, 2011 at the 17th century Canongate Kirk in Edinburgh, Scotland. It was a pretty intimate event, with only 300 guests in attendance, according to People. This didn't come as too much of a surprise to those who understand the workings of the royal family. Royal historian Hugo Vickers told the BBC at the time that the wedding wouldn't exactly be seen as a royal wedding, and that Zara preferred it that way. Joe Little, managing editor of Majesty magazine at the time, added that Zara doesn't really see herself as a royal, saying she would even dispute the fact it's a royal wedding. Little went on to describe Zara and Mike as Mr. and Mrs. Laid Back. Zara herself told Hello that she didn't plan on having an extravagant wedding and wanted to keep it to just close family and friends. Despite not making too big a deal about the wedding, Zara still borrowed a few things from the royal family on the big day. Us Weekly reported that the Greek key tiara Zara wore was borrowed from her mother, Princess Anne, and her wedding gown was designed by the Queen's personal clothing designer. Zara and Mike Tindall welcomed their first child, Mia Grace, on January 17, 2014. It was a big moment for the couple, as well as the royal family, and Mike took to Twitter to share the good news, posting, "Definitely the best day of my life today. So happy. The girls are both doing great." 4 years later, Mia was blessed with a little sister, Lena Elizabeth, who was born on June 18, 2018. A spokesperson for Zara revealed the baby's name to Sky News, saying it was just a name they liked, adding that the baby's middle name was chosen to honor Queen Elizabeth II. Zara and Mike also had a third child, a baby boy, who ended up making an unexpected appearance that led to his mother giving birth in the bathroom because there was no time to rush to the hospital.
Lucas was rapid.
Lucas Phillip was born on March 21st, 2021, and Mike Tindall excitedly announced the news on his podcast, The Good, the Bad, and the Rugby, saying that the baby arrived very quickly and that he had to scramble to get mats and towels to the bathroom.
2 gym mats down in the bathroom. But yeah.
That's amazing.
The couple had 2 midwives, and one of them was able to get there quickly. The other arrived just in time to deliver Lucas. As for how Zara handled the chaotic birth, Mike said that she was a warrior, as always. Before Mike and Zara Tindall experienced the joy of welcoming their second child into the world, Zara suffered 2 miscarriages. The first one occurred in 2016, about a month after the couple publicly announced the pregnancy, according to the BBC. Zara only revealed that she'd had a second miscarriage after the birth of her second daughter, Lena Elizabeth. During an interview at the Sunday Times, Zara said that the reason she didn't publicly talk about her miscarriages before was because it's too raw. She added that many people sent her and Mike letters about their own experiences after the news of her first miscarriage was made public. What was most painful for Zara during that time was that she had to go on to deliver the baby because the pregnancy was already pretty far along. She told the Times, "For me, the worst bit was that we had to tell everyone. Everyone knew." Her second miscarriage happened very early in the pregnancy. Once again, her husband and family rallied around her. Mike told The Telegraph, "It makes it uneasy, going through the pregnancy. You are always wondering what could be around the corner. It was devastating, but you've just got to find a way to deal with it." He also admitted that he and Zara wondered if the miscarriage had somehow been their fault, but that they found peace in believing that these things happen for a reason. Mike and Zara Tindall aren't all that different from the rest of us. When they're not busy conquering the world in their respective fields, they like spending time at home. Mike told the Daily Mail in 2011, "Saturday night on the sofa with the dogs watching X-Men, that's pretty much what our life is like. Rock and roll, baby. We keep ourselves to ourselves. We enjoy being on the quiet side now. Now that they have kids, life is likely not as quiet as it once was, but the couple still loves spending time at home." During an interview with Country Living in 2016, Zara revealed that their eldest daughter Mia had already shown an interest in horses and occasionally joined her cousins riding Shetland ponies. She joked that Mike likely hoped Mia would take an interest in golf, so he'd have an excuse to play more. Zara told the outlet that she and Mike enjoyed walking the dogs, exploring the woods, and cooking together.
At family times, those are the times we really cherish.
The holiday season is also a very special time for their family, and Zara told the magazine that they always spend it together. During the day, they'll enjoy some outside activities if the weather permits, and then go home to watch a movie in front of the fireplace. We're well aware that Mike and Zara Tindall are each other's biggest cheerleaders, and when Mike became the first ever member of the royal family to join I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, he did so with his wife's approval. He told The Sun when asked how Zara felt about the whole affair, "She is fine, otherwise I wouldn't have done it, would I?" He also revealed in one of the episodes that Zara would be flying to Australia to cheer him on in person if he made it to the end of the show. Mike told his campmates that Zara told him to make the most of the time he had there and to be himself. Zara did, however, have some reservations, one of which was how loud Mike breathes when he's eating. Mike explained that he really can't help it, and that it's a result of having broken his nose a couple of times. Regardless of her worries about his loud breathing, Zara made it clear that she fully supports Mike. He revealed that the two of them have built their relationship around their crazy schedules for years, so they were not too worried about being apart during his time on the show.